Bro, when we're able to, we're fat as fuck.
I think we probably ate the most out of anyone on the like in the resort.
Oh, I mean,
We're literally
no.
eating all
I'm
the
not gonna
time.
go that far because there was some fucking whales in that resort, dude.
Yeah, I agree. But
Like-
yeah.
Like at least after we ate, we went somewhere. They ate and then they kept eating, and then once they ate, they sat down and ate some more.
Yeah, or had a drink or something like that.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Whenever I go to a resort or a cruise ship, there's always like 5% of the people where I don't know how they have the money to go on resorts because I feel like all the money that they make goes to food. I'm sorry, you can't like.
It's not fat.
Like, how are you 500 pounds in like a wheelchair because you can't fucking walk, but you can go on vacation and eat more?
I do think like when I see someone who's like extremely obese, I'm like, how do you work even? Which brings me to a good like topic where
You know you don't gotta say it, which brings me to a good topic.
Yeah.
You can just talk about it.
which brings me to this thought. Working out and work. They are like if I don't work out, I don't perform as well at work.
What?
Yeah, and I like it makes sense because your muscles feel better, you have more energy. Like think about it. If you don't work out for years and years and years, you're weak. You're gonna be tired all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Even when you work out, you're drinking lots of water. You're staying hydrated. You're eating healthy. Right? It all plays a factor into like having a strong mind when you start working for 8 hours a day. Right? I also found that in school. Like my grades went up when I started working out.
Well, there is scientific proof that working out and getting your blood pumping is really good for your focus and stuff like that. But unless you're working in a physical job like construction, I don't see why you'd have to be in shape.
Because working out is also very good for your mental health.
Yeah, but you have people who can focus just fine without it. Just like you can have people who fucking who get stressed a lot, but they smoke cigarettes or something.
Yeah, I agree. Like you don't have to work out to do well at work, but I'm just saying for me personally, it helps a lot.
Well, in that sense, it's more because you're used to it, right? Like where you're already used to being at, I wouldn't say peak physical performance because we still have ways to go before we get there, but we know what it's like to feel good, right?
And we also know the opposite because
we've been both ways. But to some,
did you ever stop working out?
Yeah.
When COVID hit?
yeah, I gained 30 pounds.
Yeah. So
I got really
you look
fat.
at yourself, you're fat, you're lazy, or like
Yeah,
You're not
you can't
eating
move a lot.
right.
Yeah,
And I'm saying that there are people that can work out that don't, or sorry, that can work that don't work out. But I feel like if they did, they could perform even better.
see, the way I see it in that sense is like, let's say you have somebody who doesn't work out. They're not like unhealthy per se. They're just like a normal human, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not fat, there's no definition, whatever. They can work just as well, in my opinion. But then if they were to work out and then stop, it'd be a lot different because they knew what feeling good. They knew what feeling good was before. Before their feeling good was just how they were, right? So I feel like once you start working out, you have to keep at the very least keep your keep the shape that you're at to feel good. Because then once you start like me especially, right? So COVID hit, I had no access to a gym. I didn't have my home gym, and I ate bad. I've always been someone who's eaten poor up until recently. And every night I snacked before I went to bed. Had like nachos and nachos or whatever the fuck, right? I gained a lot of weight. So once I saw that, I didn't feel good. Like when I saw the fact that I weighed 215 pounds when I was about 190-ish before COVID, I felt like shit. And what I realized is that I need to work out to feel good. If I have good physical health, I have good mental health, whatever. But if I never worked out before and I just weighed 200 pounds my whole life, then it wouldn't be anything
Then
different.
you don't know the difference.
But I'm saying I would work well. I just wouldn't know what feeling good, like I wouldn't feel as good as I did when I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, I think that, and then it also transitions into working out when you have a job. Because depending on if you go to work versus working at home, like if you go to work every single day, it is a challenge to work out after, because if you, let's say you get to work at 9 and you want to eat before you go to work, I assume.
Just say you have a 9 to 5 and you eat breakfast beforehand, right?
Yes. So like you're waking up at 7:30.
Okay.
Let's say, or maybe you even want to shower before you go. I don't know. I go to the gym.
Okay,
after,
just say you wake up at 7.
wake up at 7. You're back at home at 6. So
You worked your 9 to 5.
you worked your 9
did
to
your
5.
morning
you
routine.
drove
yeah.
back. Maybe you ate. Whatever. It's not like when I get home, I have all this energy, right? Like I'm tired. I just worked the whole day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like a challenge to get to the gym, but it does become easier. And the way that I kind of got over that mental block was just, I can't even explain it. It's just like I just went. Like I didn't think about it.
You forced yourself for the first little bit.
It's not even like I forced myself. It was more just like, you know, I got home, I was tired. In my subconscious, let's say, I didn't want to go, right?
Okay.
Because I'm tired. But I literally just like, I don't know how to explain it. I just got out of my bed, took the keys, took my gym bag, and went. Like, I guess it was, I didn't overthink it.
I mean, it all depends on like on what your work is, right? Like me, I've always thought that in that sense, I've always been a bit of a fucking like crackhead up here, where like when I used to like work construction, right? What's it called? You know this. You woke up at 7, you got to the yard at like 8 o'clock, let's say, and then you'd either work either 8 to 3 or all the way to maybe 8 to 7, right? Like, and it usually between 3 to 7 is when you ended, but it was never the same time every day. So I knew that as long as I didn't finish work by like 7:30 and get home at 8 o'clock, I would go to the gym or I'd play soccer or whatever, right? Like I always knew that I was able to do that. This was more in my high school days, so it's a bit different, right? Yeah. But when people tell me, especially like, "Oh, you just have all the time to do it. I don't have any time to work to be healthy." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." Okay?
Okay, I don't know about that.
No. I straight up like, go fuck yourself. You have the time. You choose not to.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if you like it or not. If you think you have to do it, then you should do it. Right? It's not like the thing yesterday about sorry, this is not like our topic last week where it's like, should you work out? Everyone should work out. It's not that. I'm saying if your excuse for not working out is you don't have the time, bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I have kids. What, your kids don't go to bed? Or your kids don't go to school? Or what's it called? Your kids don't fucking do their own thing? Well, you gotta be around them all the time?
It's hard for me to relate to having kids because I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, it's like you get home, you have to make them dinner, and then by the time you have to like entertain them, and then by the time, I guess this is more young kids.
Yeah, but like the way that I see it, like, I'm sorry to cut you off, is like, so in a lot of the family situations that I've seen, let's say you have one kid, right? 2 parents, 1 kid, right? Not single mother, 2 parents, 1 kid. If you're at work, right, and let's say your wife also works, but she's home in time to pick up the kids from school or whatever. All right, she takes care of the kids until you get home. Then you take care of the kids while she does what she has to do, and then before they go to bed, she spends some more time with them while you're doing what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, at no point can you tell me you don't have some sort of time in the day to give yourself half an hour, just half an hour, to fucking lift some weights or walk or take a walk around the neighborhood or do something fucking healthy. Yeah.